Well, welcome to this week's edition of Mainely Motorsports. We're on location on 1601 Portland Road in Arundel, Bentley Saloon for the All Eras Race Car Show. And wow, the sun is out, and what an awesome turnout of not only race cars but people, huh, Dan?
It's early on in the event as we record this. There's a good crowd here already, a great amount of cars, all kinds of different era cars, plenty of people, plenty of cold beverages and food. It's looking like it's going to be a huge success.
Yeah, you know, and the Mobile Museum made an appearance this year. Every other year it seems to come back, and we got a lot of Hall of Famers right from this neck of the woods. Sandy McKinnon's over there, man in the booth, so to speak. Bob Randall, the late, great Jeff Stevens, the late Ray Leach. You know, These are guys that are into the Maine Motorsports Hall of Fame that are from this Arundel, Kennebunk, Sanford area, you know. And
the man himself just pulled in on his motorcycle, Bentley Warren.
Bentley Warren, yeah. So. And but, you know, like we tell everybody every year, you know, it isn't only about coming here and seeing the cars. And when we say cars, we got them from Beechridge, we got them from Oxford, we got them from the Pastor, we got them from the go-karts. That's a big contingent of go-karts supporting RKS, Bartlett Bridge, and Saco Pathfinders.
Lee and Star.
We got pace cars here. And the vintage stuff. And then some other stuff that we don't get a chance to see a lot. These little super modifieds, and just unbelievable. I just enjoy this. I love it. And obviously with the sun out, it makes it even more fun, huh?
Well, that's something that we haven't seen a lot of in recent days. And, you know, the sun has obviously brought the people out. It's brought the cars out. There's some old midget cars over there. I see an old Badger. You don't see many of them around anymore, but the atmosphere is just amazing. It's just everybody just having such a great time.
What I always promote this as, you can see the stars of today and the heroes of yesterday.
Absolutely,
you know, when you can walk in and you can walk around and strike up a conversation with Dick McCabe, you know, and then you have some other guys, you know.
And then you got people harassing you know, like the locals.
Oh, the locals, I know.
You know, they want to.
They're having fun with us, but no, we're going to bring you some highlights. We're going to talk to some other drivers and some of the first-time combatants, and Bentley's, they're open for the season. It was just yesterday, it seemed like we were here having our big celebration, and they got their cruise nights every Tuesday night, and they build momentum as the season goes on. So it's really a good time to be down here, and if you've never been to Bentley's, you got to check it out in 2017. And you heard me and Dan talking in the opening about people that are in the Hall of Fame and made a big deal of this sport down in this area, and we've caught up on one of them, Sandy McKinnon, and a couple years ago you went into the Maine Motorsports Hall of Fame, and you've had a great career in this sport, and you still continue to follow the sport.
Well, it was a great honor for me to be put into the Hall of Fame, and I enjoy it, and now I'm trying to help out with the Hall of Fame trailer.
Yeah, this mobile museum down here at Bentley's, and what's the take been from people tonight as they've been walking through it and catching up with you and seeing some other guys like McCabe and that hanging around?
It's a lot of fun, and it's seeing people you haven't seen really since we've been racing. But race cars bring them out, and they remember, and I don't know. I'm just at my age. I'm back in racing again.
Back in racing, and that's what's neat about this. A lot of people come, and especially the kids, they like to see the cars and stuff. But to me, these shows are about the people and catching up with seeing people that you haven't seen in years.
You're right, Steve. Well, as long as you keep on doing what you're doing, that's going to keep this sport alive, I can tell you that.
We're trying, and now we're going to throw it over to Dan Walker that's going to catch up with somebody that brought their first car to this show and see what their take is on being a part of Bentley's All Eras Race Car Show.
Thank you, Steve, and as you mentioned, I am here with a first-time show participant. However, no stranger to the local racing scene. We're here with Beechridge Sports Series frontrunner Sally Girardi, and Sally, this is your first time bringing the car to the show. Looks like a great turnout, great weather, lots of people here. What's your take so far?
I think it's been a good day. You know, you never know when you come to these shows what to expect, and it's kind of fun to see all the people and all the different cars, so it's been good.
Now, we saw Bentley ride in on his Harley a couple minutes ago. Did you bring the bike, or did you have to haul the car?
I had to haul the car.
Well, that doesn't sound like much fun. So far, a good start to the season. Right up there in the point contenders with the usual suspects that we kind of thought would be in the mix. Coming up after week 3, start to look at points yet, or you're racing week to week?
I actually haven't even looked at them. It gets in my head if I do. So I just go out there and do my thing each week and just hope for the best.
Now you are well represented here with Prime Motor Group and lots of people milling around. I see you get the hero cards out there. Something like this as far as exposure for the sponsors, a big positive?
Yeah, it's huge. Anything you can do to promote your sponsors, big or small, is always good and get that exposure out there for them. They always appreciate that.
And as we said, there's a great turnout here at Bentley's. It's the All Eras Car Show. If you didn't make it down, make sure you put it on your bucket list next year. Cars from all different eras here. Sally's Sports Series car. There are super late models here, midgets, all kinds of stuff. And when everybody goes inside later, who knows what happens then, right?
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
That's it. Back to you, Steve.
It's the only 200-lap Pro Stock Super Late Model race in the Northeast. The second annual U.S. Pro Stock Super Late Model Championship paying $10,000 to win. Wednesday, July 12th at the famed Seekonk Speedway. Top drivers from the Northeast vying for $10,000 to win. Last year's race decided on the last lap, earning top speed 51 honors. It's the second annual U.S. Pro Stock Super Late Model Championship at Seekonk Speedway. Wednesday night, July 12th. Rain date, July 13th. General admission, $25. Gates open at 4. Racing at 6.
When I started Scotch Recreation, some competitors warned that if I discounted RVs and trailers, I wouldn't last. Well, here we are over 10 years later, still discounting and still growing. That's why we're Maine's largest RV dealer and largest trailer dealer. Forget about MSRP. We start way below that. Get your best price up front. Come see why my dealerships sell more RVs and trailers than any other dealer in Maine.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Winterport Dragway is celebrating 50 years of drag racing in 2017. We have our bracket racing on Sunday with 6 classes in action. The top divisions will make 4-second passes at over 150 miles an hour. Check out the Super Pros, the Pros, the Streets, Bikes, Sleds, Junior Dragsters, and Team divisions as they compete for championship points. Winterport Dragway has numerous special events throughout 2017. For more information on what's happening at Winterport Dragway, check them out on Facebook or go to winterportdragway.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's coworker owners who understand the importance of protecting a valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Mainely Motorsports, brought to you by
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
LKQ Core, any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Well, Dan, what a great time. I would say my funnest Bentley's All Areas Race Car Show yet.
Yeah, it was my third trip there. It was a blast. The atmosphere was great. Tons of cars, tons of people.
It's amazing what the sunshine did.
Oh, some unexpected faces in the crowd. It was just a good time.
Dave Dion. I mean,
you look up and you see Dave Dion walking towards you. I was standing by Dick McCabe at the time, and I actually did a double take on that. I guess he happened to be up in the area for a week or two.
Yeah.
And I just popped in, and he's still right full of enthusiasm for cars.
Oh my goodness, and
everything.
You know, that show, notoriously they call it 4 to 7. Cars start showing up at 2:30, leave by 8.
Yeah.
I looked out at 8:30, 8:45, and Dave was still there.
Yeah.
Mingling with people.
I think he stayed till the final call, and he would be a great track promoter. I mean, he really is so fun to talk to about how things have changed, how they should be now, and the young kids.
Speaking of track promoters, you missed it because you left right after, right, with the cars pretty much left.
Yeah.
Were you there when they were singing?
No, I missed that.
Chuck Hall,
Yeah.
promoter, Speedway 95. He got up and was singing karaoke. Damn good.
Really? Did anybody get it on tape?
Oh yeah, I got it. There's some video here. And,
Nice.
Yeah, literally sounded pretty damn good, you know, right into it.
Was it before or after happy hour?
No, I don't even know. But I was like, because we're sitting there and Jake goes, hey, you know the guy that works for Castle or worked at Castle that got us some chemicals and stuff a couple years ago? And so I saw him here earlier. I said, do you know if he's still here? I go, yeah. I go, where is he? He goes, he's on stage singing. He goes, what? And he turned around. So yeah, it was a great time at Bentley's, and really look forward. And like I said, if you get the opportunity to get down there, and that's what this is. You see this sitting here?
New hardware.
New hardware. We're going to start a new segment, and then next week's show, we'll have our first one, Cruising with the Rodfather.
Yep.
And we're going to go to some different cruise events, and we're going to give away the Mainly Motorsports Pick of the Week, and you know, my favorite car, or I might pick somebody that comes with me and let them pick the favorite car, and really looking forward to it. So we're going to bring a special award, and so really looking forward to that. And Bentley's will be on our docket. We got some other places that you never know where we're going to show up in the Mainly Motorsports. Well, we got an entourage now, huh? We got some people.
Well, I'll tell you what, the pyramid scheme is in place.
We're going to, you know, between Dave doing the editing and me and yourself and Gregor once in a while and whoever else we throw in the co-host seat, and then, you know, Sean and Brandon and now Dick and Dave McGuire. I mean, the crew. I mean, you'd think we got ESPN Productions.
Pretty much got it now, so you can just show up here and.
Well, yeah, I wish. I feed you and clothe you. It's like children.
That's funny. That was the conversation when we were in hair and makeup. You know, the Mainly Motorsports dressing room.
Yep.
Yeah. Where's the food and what are we wearing tonight? You
know?
No,
but really good time at Bentley's. Look forward to some other things we're going to do. And we come back, we're going to have some highlights from Star Speedway. You know, the Strickleys, one of the best races down there. They wheel to wheel, door to door, off each other, banging, but good hard racing, and the 350 Super is one of those classes that continues to grow and get some big stuff happening in that class later on in the year with some big races. And Bobby Weber's got a couple of cars, and they do a great job down there. And the Humphreys, who are huge supporters of us and our shows during the off season. So we have some highlights from over at Star Speedway from this past weekend.
It's the only 200-lap Pro Stock Super Late Model race in the Northeast. The second annual U.S. Pro Stock Super Late Model Championship, paying $10,000 to win. Wednesday, July 12th at the famed Seekonk Speedway. Top drivers from the Northeast vying for $10,000 to win. Last year's race decided on the last lap, earning top speed 51 honors. It's the second annual U.S. Pro Stock Super Late Model Championship at Seekonk Speedway. Wednesday night, July 12th. Rain date, July 13th. General admission, $25. Gates open at 4. Racing at 6.
It's fast. It's exciting. It's loud. It's about friends and family. It's NASCAR New England style. And if you haven't felt it, you can't understand it. Adult tickets start at just $30. Kids tickets are just $10. Get your tickets now.
Don't deal with just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season. Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin.
We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
Not sure what brand tire to buy? Town Fair Tire has them all. Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone, Bridgestone, Pirelli, Toyo, Yokohama, Hankook, and more. No matter what size or brand, Town Fair Tire beats all the competition, even online prices. We'll also do a free front wheel alignment with any tire purchase. Name brand tires, the lowest prices, free alignment. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley's Saloon, owned by legendary super modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley's Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Green flag in the air. Scotty Fraser looks him over, lets him go. Woody's Auto strictly stocks underway. Cashman and Tebow rubbing just a little bit, coming to the start-finish line. Down the back straightaway, side by side. Cashman on the outside groove has the advantage. John Cashman in car number 78 up high. Tom Tebow fighting back down low in car number 3. Who's going to lead lap number 1? They're leaning on each other down the front straightaway. Cashman leads lap number 1. Cashman dives down in front of Tebow and takes advantage of the top spot. Car number 78 up front. John Cashman is loving this battle going on behind him. He's starting to run away from Tom Tebow and the rest of the field. Caution flag on the speedway. Scott Wiggin around in car number 26. Scotty Fraser looks the field over. Green flag in the air. Strictly stocks back underway. Tebow way up the racetrack. Car number 3. Tebow going to lose a bunch of spots now in car number 3. Dolliver is by. Jim Storrs is by. Here comes Justin Storrs in the 22X as well. Keep an eye on the 22 of Austin Erickson now. He's down underneath the 22X of Storrs, and he's moved up into the top 4 now. Storrs falls back into 5th in car 22X. Hard battling now for the 5th spot. 3-car battle for spot number 5. Justin Storrs in the 22X, the 78D is Steve Dufanet, and the 1% of the Shellfish Pansky battling it out for the top 5 spot. Now Steve Dufanet dives to the bottom side on Justin Storrs. He'll take over spot number 5. Raymond, New Hampshire driver to Steve Dufanet in car number 78D, the 2015 champion. Pork Chop, Austin Erickson, and Jim Storrs now starting to get a little bit physical for that 3rd spot. Storrs slamming the door shut on Erickson, and Erickson's been pretty G-rated thus far, but Erickson's starting to run out of patience in car number 22. Jim Storrs is hanging tough in car number 44 on the outside groove. Now Austin Erickson into him down the back straightaway once again. Caution flag on the field. Joey Ventrillo in car number 94 is around. Ventrillo being flagged back in the air. Strictly stocks back underway. Dolliver and Cashman even down into turns 1 and 2. Now John Cashman gains the advantage down the back straightaway. Jim Storrs going to go to work on the 29 of Dolliver now. Storrs throws it real hard to turn 3 and 4. Moves Dolliver up the racetrack and takes over the 2nd spot. He's going to bring Austin Erickson with him in car number 22. Dolliver going to try the outside groove. Justin Storrs smoking now 3 wide down the back straightaway. Steven Dufanet, car 78D, is in the spot number 4 now. Battle for 3rd now. Steve Dufanet down underneath Austin Erickson. Erickson up the racetrack, and Steve Dufanet has the preferred line in car number 78D down the backstretch. Erickson trying to fight on the outside, but now he's going to have to deal with the 29 of Max Dolliver as they go head down the backstretch. Checkered flag in the air. Your MLM Diagnostics Fast 40 winner tonight going to be Danvers, Massachusetts driver John Cashman, your winner tonight. 2nd will go to Jim Storrs. 3rd at the line to Steve Dufanet. 4th to Austin Erickson.
Feel great. My main sponsor here to watch, Maddie's Car Wash. I thank Chris, Rob Diomita, all the kids that go with it. I'm just ecstatic.
All right, a big win for your defending champion. He's back in victory lane here tonight. Car number 78, Danvers, Massachusetts driver Johnny Cash, John Cashman. Green flag in the air, 350 super modified, they're underway. Rich Humphrey gets the jump on Stacy. Stacy settles into the 2nd spot. Look at Matt Seavey on the outside groove in car number 91. Seavey sent a torrid pace in the 91 down the front straightaway now. Seavey in car number 91 from deep in the field, already up to 4th in the 91. Seavey now underneath Mike Humphrey for the 2nd spot. Here comes Justin Stacy now. Justin Stacy down underneath the 0 of Rich Humphrey, side by side, banging wheel down the front straightaway. New leader, rookie competitor Justin Stacy. Here comes Matt Seavey now in car number 91. Seavey already up into the 2nd spot, car number 91. Point leader Brad Babb mired back in traffic, working on the 12 of Lance Bartholomew now. Battle for the 3rd spot, going to heat up now between the Humphrey brothers. And here comes Brad Babb in car number 9. Babb up into the 4th spot in the 9 car now. Brad Babb working the outside groove on Rich Humphrey now, and up into the 3rd spot for Brad Babb. Up front, Justin Stacy continues to lead. Now John Seavey is around in car 63. Caution flag on the field. Green flag in the air. 350 Super Modifieds back underway. Stacy and Seavey even down through turns 1 and 2, but Stacy jumps back to the lead, and Brad Babb looks low on Seavey now. The battle is for the 4th spot now. Steve Dufely and Rich Humphrey side by side for 4th. Dufely slips up just a little bit. Humphrey fights back on the outside groove, side by side, wing to wing for the 4th spot. Gives the 4th spot to Plastow, New Hampshire driver Steve Dufely now. Hard racing for the 5th spot now. 4 cars battling it out for the top 5 spot. Rich Humphrey holding on. Here comes Lance Bartholomew now on the outside groove. Bartholomew up top on Mike Humphrey, and now he's going to look to go up top on Rich Humphrey. Man on the move, Lance Bartholomew in car number 12 on the outside groove down the backstretch. The best battle of the racetrack is for spot number 5. Bartholomew once again gets a good run on Rich Humphrey. Down into turn the 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Give the 5th spot to Fremont, New Hampshire's Lance Bartholomew. Bartholomew working the outside groove in car number 12, cracks the top 5. He's got a long way to go to catch up to Steve Dufely for the 4th spot. The back straightaway, caution flag is out again. All right, green flag set to fly one more time. Scotty Fraser looks the field over, lets him go. We're back underway. Stacy once again gets a pretty good jump on Seavey. Seavey cannot hang to the outside of Justin Stacy down the back straightaway. Stacy takes back the lead. Now Seavey going to try to cross him up. Stacy way up the racetrack. Seavey looks low down the front stretch. Stacy opened up the bottom side, but is able to slam the door shut and regain the top spot in car number 8. Car number 8 has opened up an advantage. Checkered flag in the air. First win of his career, Justin Stacy in car number 8. Second to Seavey. Third to Brad Babb. Fourth, Steve Dufely. And fifth to Wyndham Maine's Bobby Timmons. Well, Justin, what a drive tonight. Each week for a rookie, you're smooth as butter. And you held off the big dogs of the 350 Super Modified class to score your first career victory tonight. Tell us how you feel.
Well, first off, I have to thank my parents for everything. I have thank Mike and Steph for the opportunity to drive, and then the whole puzzled crew. I wouldn't be here without them. I thank them, but it's a good race.
What a drive for this kid. One more round of applause. First career win for car number 8, rookie competitor Justin Stacy.
Yeah, Star Speedway, they run on Saturday nights. They got a pass open race coming up on a Thursday night. SBM later on in the middle of the season. They got SBM coming up at the end of July. So, and then a big race in September. So, if you're not able to get there, there's going to be opportunities that are going to work into your weekly schedules.
Yeah, it's fun to see what they're doing at Star Speedway. Bobby Weber's done a great job. Absolutely great job with what's going on down there at Star.
Crazy.
Looks like everybody's having a good time.
Crazy.
There's some really cool things going on over in Epping.
No, absolutely. So we take a break, we come back, and I don't know, we'll find something to talk about, right?
There's no shortage of it. I'm hoping to see the show this week. There's a little birthday party that was held last night, so I'm hoping I'm up Saturday morning so I can see the show.
You'll be all right.
I'll be all right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I'm there.
Yeah. Well, you're there, too.
Oh, yeah.
We're all there.
Take a break. We'll be right back here on Mainely Motorsports.
Hi, I'm Andy Austin with exciting news about a new division of Beach Ridge Motor Speedway designed to bring new people to weekly racing. Here's series founder Dan Wolf.
Thanks, Andy. Our goal was to create cheap, easy-to-build race cars. Bone stock production cars with a simple 4-point roll cage and proper safety equipment.
We've named them the 21st Century Motors Street Devils. Our 2017 rulebook and schedule are available at beechridge.com and at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
The future of auto racing has always been street car divisions because of the low cost.
Some folks are building cars and sharing the driving duties. There's even an all-star car to allow celebrities to try out the Street Devil and a 2-seat driver's ed car so you can take a few laps.
Get information about our mentor program, low-cost safety equipment, roll cage kits, and videos on how to build one at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
So, form a team, build a car, and come join us this summer as we kick off the 21st Century Motors Street Devil Division at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 featured divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at scotchrecreation.com.
Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at wiscassetspeedway.com.
Welcome to Mainely Motorsports.
To order copies of a show, send a check or money order for $15, shipping and handling included, to Mainly Motorsports, 326 Roosevelt Trail, Windham, Maine, 04062. And please add a description of the show.
A sure sign of summer, other than 2 fat guys sitting on your TV screen sweating, is the midweek programs. Beech Ridge kicking off with Thursday Thunder, the Acceleration Series at Oxford, and then Wacky Wednesday at Speedway 95. So
yeah, it gets real from here.
Yep, this is a sure sign of summer, and I don't want to say the people that we watch on Saturday nights and the tours and stuff, but these are the hardcores. You know what I mean? Like, it's still the family. It's still, you know what? These are the ones that 20 years ago, like the old limited sportsmen and late models, your buddies. They show up at the shop, drink a few beers, talk about what coulda, shoulda, woulda, and how they're going to win the next week, and they'll come and run 12th, and they'll be back next week,
These are your friends, your neighbors, the guy next door that work on their car 1 night, 2 nights a week, or maybe Thursday morning, and they get out there and bust their knuckles and to get to the racetrack, and hopefully they have a good time. It's pretty entertaining to watch. So,
and you've raced in those ranks, being a former Thursday Thunder champion, and
it's going to be weird this year because there's no full throttle cars at all this year. I mean, Jeff is sitting out. He might run a race or 2 later, but it's going to be a little different this year. I don't really have anybody to watch. I have a bunch of friends that are still going to be racing, but Sue's nephew Derek will still be running in the JV division, but Other than that, it's going to be just kick back and watch the excitement from
Yeah,
me.
no, and you gotta, we've seen a couple of, the top runners, not only Jeff, but Devin Currett has moved on from the, I think it was his JV, Mad Bombers at Beech Ridge, and he is now in a pass modified, learning the ropes there. So it's neat to see him take the next step. And then last year's truck champion up there at Oxford, AJ Cates, moving into the Outlaw Series, racing with his stepdad, Gary Babineau, and he's got good equipment. He's, as a matter of fact, bought the car that Devin Currett ran last year. So it's neat to watch him progress, not only on Saturday nights, but on the midweek programs.
Yeah, it's a neat little stepping stone. Some people will make a career out of it. Some people will use it to, see if they want to maybe move on before they make a big financial investment. But it's so fun. Like it seemed like only a year or two ago, Garrett Hall was out there in a Mad Bomber, just puttering around, trying to figure out how to race, and now he's one of the top super late model drivers around the area. So it's fun to watch the progression.
And the girl that's doing everything in her power to prove me wrong, Sally Girardi, right?
Started with
Thursday Thunder, and so there are some of the stars that we're watching on the Saturday nights, not only at Beech Ridge but at Oxford and Speedway 95, came up through the ranks of these midweek programs. So really enjoyable. Tend to be more affordable to not only participate in, but to be a spectator of. So, we're looking forward to it, and pretty excited to be at Thursday Thunder and see Steve Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor back in action.
I don't know where the grape nuts came from, or the grapefruit. I don't know if it's grape nuts, grapefruits, or coconuts, but he found a set, and now he's racing.
I'm not sure where the permission slip came from. Maybe, remember like when we were in high school, if we skipped a day, we wrote our own permission slip?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that happened.
I wonder if Missy knows he's racing.
She does.
That's right.
Yeah.
She bought him a Hans.
She does, yeah. And, Garrett Lamb making his debut.
Oh, yeah.
The Naughty Group.
Teammates, yeah. So pretty exciting in that group. And, so I hats off to Taylor, man. He Jack the Beanstalked him because he grew him overnight.
He must have sold his soul to the devil because he's got the okay from Mama.
Yeah, so no, it's going to be an exciting night. We're going to be at Thursday Thunder, and we'll get up to Oxford on a Wednesday, and hopefully make the trek up to Speedway 95. And that's the nice part is we got people helping out now. We're trying to do as much stuff as we possibly can and bring it back to the viewers, and really excited to be able to more stuff.
More stuff, more content, different things, new things, all kinds of good things lay ahead.
You name it, we're doing it, and if we ain't doing it, it's because we already done it.
Well, we haven't thought of it yet.
That's right. We're going to take a break, and we come back. A throw-in race, which anytime you throw a pass race out, and I don't call it a throw-in, but the weather, affected the race at Speedway 660. Tom found a home at Oxford, put it on, and man, the guy had a great weekend and capped it off up there.
Yeah, warm and hot, but yeah, he had himself a weekend to remember.
So we'll take a break. We'll come back with some pass highlights, and thank you to Sean Barnaby up there shooting, him and his wife, bringing some highlights to the Mainly Motorsports viewing.
When I started Scotch Recreation, some competitors warned that if I discounted RVs and trailers, I wouldn't last. Well, here we are over 10 years later, still discounting and still growing. That's why we're Maine's largest RV dealer and largest trailer dealer. Forget about MSRP. We start way below that. Get your best price up front. Come see why my dealerships sell more RVs and trailers than any other dealer in Maine.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Legendary race car driver Bentley Warren is putting Arundel on the map. When Bentley Saloon opened in 2004, it was just a little bar room on the side of the road. Today we have a giant saloon with live music, dancing, and great food and drink indoors and out. We're always looking to meet new friends and have a good old time. There's always something exciting going on at Bentley's. That's why we like to say, who has more fun than us? We do!
Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it. It may just be a worn key. Where would you bring it? At what cost? And for how long? At E-Keys for Cars, our experienced technicians will diagnose your problem and get you going quickly with a fixed price quote. Whenever and wherever you're stuck, E-Keys for Cars comes to you with a new key or ignition repair. Just call E-Keys for Cars, the fast, affordable mobile solution to your vehicle key and lock needs.
They raise the bar, E-Keys for Cars.
I know what it means to success in this place, like Michael Rowe. We're not ready. you really utilized that today. Joey Dwyer's our winner, and you were gaining on him pretty good there in the last few laps before the caution. We thought you might have a shot even without it.
Yeah, I didn't. I had to let Joey go there at the beginning. He was going too hard, and I wasn't going to have any tires left. I was a little free at the start, so I knew I had to save as much as I could. I went with 100 to go, and I was reeling him in, and then I got caught up in some lap traffic, and then it opened the back up. And I didn't think I was going to catch him, but I was gaining on him, and when that yellow came out, I knew he was struggling on the bottom, and I knew if I could get by him, it was going to be a dogfight. But you know, it's great when you can race somebody like Joey. You know, you can rub, but nobody's going to wreck. So it's a lot of fun.
All right, and of course you're doing a little different kind of racing schedule this year, but yet when you show up here, the thing's still a rocket ship. Who helps you get this thing going?
I got to thank Dale Shaw Race Cars. 2 weeks ago, I finished 15th out of 16 cars at Beach Ridge and was about ready to quit. And we won last night at Beach Ridge, and then the night. It just feels good. I went in on Friday just wanting to be competitive. Never thought that we'd be able to win twice.
Yeah, and at Beach Ridge, I mean, I heard that was a barn burner, and Mom says that you only win at Beach Ridge when she's not there. She's afraid you're going to ban her from the racetrack.
Yeah, she doesn't miss many races, but the last 2 times at Beach Ridge, she hasn't been there, we've won. So I don't know, maybe we'll see.
All right, how about a big round of applause? Joey Dwyer wins today.
So after having a virtual photo finish with Reed Lampfer Saturday night, Joey Dwyer goes back to the shop, does a little work, cleans off a couple of tire marks, and goes to Oxford. And I don't want to say he laid one down on him. I mean, Joey Pole had it, and circumstances. But I've seen in the past where Joey lost a race, and I believe it was to Joey Pole over at Star Speedway when he had the race well in hand and a late race caution. But
late race caution, you can never tell what happens. But hats off to Joey Dwyer, and that's a weekend to remember.
Yeah.
And we got to give a call to Mike Landry.
Listen, last year, and we talk about it all the time, me and Debbie talk about it all the time, when he finished third at the race at Hallowell and Joey Pole tied, we were talking to him, congratulating him after. He said, on the cool down lap, I was so excited, I felt like I wanted to stop on the backstretch and do donuts. Yeah. And he finished third. So I can't imagine what was going through his mind finishing second, being right there. The whole race. Yeah. He was there the whole race.
It's not a fluke. He was competitive all day. And I'm not sure I'm a fan of the road to the 250, all these provisionals. But seeing a small team like his get one, that's what it's all about for me.
Yeah.
You know, they're locked into the 250. Hopefully they get some financial backing
now they
or something.
You know, they can, when they go to people
that's pretty cool.
to look for that tire or whatever, they can say,
we're guaranteed to be in the
we're going to be in the race. So, he's a force to be reckoned with up there. And
he knows how to get it done.
Smooth, doesn't get into confrontations, and great job by Mike Landry and the entire team. And love to see those feel-good stories, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll take a break. When we come back, and we'll talk about some racing that's going to be coming to the areas surrounding you.
It's the only 200-lap Pro Stock Super Late Model race in the Northeast. The second annual U.S. Pro Stock Super Late Model Championship, paying $10,000 to win. Wednesday, July 12th at the famed Seekonk Speedway. Top drivers from the Northeast vying for $10,000 to win. Last year's race decided on the last lap, earning top speed 51 honors. It's the second annual U.S. Pro Stock Super Late Model Championship at Seekonk Speedway. Wednesday night, July 12th. Rain date, July 13th. General admission, $25. Gates open at 4. Racing at 6.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Season Synthetic. See them for all your AMSOIL product needs. Town Fair Tire, with 6 locations in Maine. Auburn, Augusta, Bangor, Biddeford, South Portland, and Topsom.
Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at wiscassetspeedway.com.
Well, man, everything's cranked up. You know, I mean, Beechridge this weekend got their special Sports Series 100 and Wildcat 50, and usually a couple of entertaining events.
Yeah, I think the Wildcat race is always entertaining, and I think the Sports Series cutting back to 100 is good too.
Any race Louis Anderson's in is entertaining.
Well, it's 15 more laps that he can
get it done.
Do what he does.
Get it done.
But yeah, the Sports Series cutting back to 100, that was something that was discussed in the winter meeting with the teams, and rather than have to stop for that pit
Fuel
stop or
break and all
whatever,
that.
they'll go straight 100.
Oxford's in action. Group 1 at Wiscasset, and I know not only the competitors but the Speedway and officials looking for a better Group 1 running. But a couple weeks ago, I think there was some miscommunication. The drivers thought they were racing for 10 grand, not a spot to go race for 10 grand.
Right.
Like we talk about.
Well, they hadn't raced for a while though because of rain, so they're probably a little antsy.
So Group 1 and then Speedway 95 up there, and they've been putting on some good racing. And I'll tell you what I like about Speedway 95. Some new blood. Nick Huff up there, and really doing. You see him on Saturdays on Facebook, and and doing a good job with that, and so really trying to hype the track up, and then the ACT will be over there at action at White Mountain Motorsports Park, and beautiful facility that the Avery's own, and
it's always a good race over there.
Oh no, absolutely, and a couple things we want to throw out that technically aren't next weekend. And hey, I should take that.
Why does Trump call you while we're recording?
It wasn't Trump. It was Peter Pettit. Peter Pettit's trying to,
Oh, is that rumor out again?
No. Peter Pettit, you're on Mainely Motorsports, but I didn't take the call because I know it's work related.
Peter, his people will call you right back.
Yeah, we'll call you right back, Peter. And but Peter, great guy, big. His group will be at Speedway 95 this weekend. So Speedway 95 is not in action. That's right. Sunday, the Pro All-Star Series is there.
That's right.
That's right. But then the following Friday, so if you're watching this on Saturday morning or Sunday up in the Bangor area, make sure you make the trek down to Lee USA Speedway as the Pro All-Star Series rolls into town on the 23rd of June, Friday night. So that's why we're kind of promoting it and getting the word out a week early. And then that Sunday, the 25th, Unity, race number 2. George doing one race a month. And we'll be in action with car number 81. I don't know who's driving it.
Boy.
I don't know if we take Louis up there, but if they're trying to build a car count.
I still got a fire suit.
Can you?
I got to talk
can
to
you borrow?
I got to talk to Taylor's people.
Yeah, can you talk to Taylor, see if you can borrow his?
I got to talk to his people and get a permission slip.
And then the go-karts, and this Friday, which will already have happened, the first round of the XXX series, and they do some sponsors step up, the kids racing for the big trophies, but Sunday at Richmond, Friday nights at either Bartlett Bridge or Saco Pathfinders, the drag racing. Winterport's got Gasser guys round number 2 this weekend, and we hope to have some highlights from there. Oxford Dragway racing the big rigs up there, so it'd be pretty neat to go check out. And we got some special events coming up at New England Dragway, so man, if you're a motorsports enthusiast, there's a chance for you to just get out there and hammer it.
Pretty safe to say it's in high gear.
It's in high gear. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to wrap this week's show up and get off to our next set of commitments.
If nostalgia drag racing is something that excites you, you need to check out Gasser Guys Nostalgia Racing at Winterport Dragway in 2017. From the old school flags starting to the sleek-looking machines of yesterday, the Gasser Guys Nostalgia Racing will be fun for all ages. Winterport Dragway has a nostalgia campout weekend once a month beginning in May running through October. Come see what racing was like 50 years ago. Go to winterportdragway.com for the 2017 schedule and other additional information.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting your valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
It's fast. It's exciting. It's loud. It's about friends and family. It's NASCAR New England style. And if you haven't felt it, you can't understand it. Adult tickets start at just $30. Kids tickets are just $10. Get your tickets now.
Well, one thing I want to talk about, Dan, before we end this week's show, is a big deal that Bob Guptill's put together, and they put it together and throughout the winter, and he's got the MRS series involved, the Granite State Pro Stock Series, the Northeast Mini Stock Tour, and a little bit of street stock racing action, is the Short Track Showdown that's going to take place over at New Hampshire Motor Speedway on July 1st.
Yeah, I've seen the modifieds run over there, and anybody who's seen modifieds know how entertaining they are on the big track. I've seen one of his Northeast Mini Stock Tour races, always very entertaining. Street stock should be entertaining. They've put a lot of time, a lot of effort into this, and I hope they get everything that they need out of it. It's should be a very successful event, I hope.
Big undertaking, and by all of them. They all want it to be a successful event. They've all, the MRS is paying more money. Granite State's trying to up their ante to attract more cars. It is a tough deal because it's falling on a week where, everything else is going on. All the local short tracks are running, so you're fighting for fans, you're fighting for cars, and especially in the, the street stock, because you'd love to pull some cars from whether it was Wiscasset or Oxford or Beechridge.
Yeah, that's the only hard part about it is the weekly tracks are all up and running, and people are committed here, people are committed there, but you know what, I think they'll be all right. They'll be fine.
Yeah, so you can still buy tickets online. You can go to Bob Guptill's all over Facebook all the time, Mike Parks, and any information you need, whether you want to participate in it or just be a fan of it. It's your opportunity to go and do that. And something else that if you watch the show, you'll say, oh yeah, they had a commercial earlier. Dan Wolf, I'll tell you,
Mr. Entertainment,
Mr. Street Devil.
Yeah.
I mean, he is doing everything he can between building cars and trying to get sponsors and promoting the division and hauling them to parades and hauling them here. And my hat's off to him. They got a little commercial now that he's airing in the show to try to make our viewers aware of what's going on. And I still think there's a lot of skepticism about that division. But I'll tell you, if hard work is anything and it'll make it successful, just on Dan Wolf's hard work, they're going to make it.
I have a long history with Dan. Goes back to the '80s with the old radio show, and he will throw himself into things, and he will exercise every avenue. And if there's any way possible of getting it done, he will get it done. I think you're right. There is some skepticism, but I think once you get it on the track, once you get the product out there, people see that it's real.
Well,
I think then you start to gain some momentum. It won't be for lack of effort.
Anything that starts up with a tour or a chicken and an egg, something's got to come first, and nobody wants to be the first one. But I think, once you get up over that 7 or 8 car threshold, then I think you'll see a big leap.
Yeah, I agree. Again, it's we live in a let's see what you got world now. So once you get it on the track, get it up and running. There's a couple practices coming up on Wednesdays, so people can check it out, see what it looks like on the track, look at the cars. So Dan Wolf will do everything he can to make that successful, and I believe that he will be very successful.
No, you're right. So Street Devils, you can find them on Facebook. Find Dan at the track or at 21st Century Motors. While you're out there, buy a car and tell them Steve sent you.
That'll work.
That'll work, yeah. So thank you for tuning in. Get out, support your local short tracks, support the people that support those short tracks and the racers and sponsors, and that's what we do as racer. And one last thing, congratulations to Ryan Blaney picking up a win. Former Pass South, he's been to Beechridge, competitor, and holding off Havoc and passing Kyle Busch.
He earned it. He earned it. He didn't back into it.
Till next time, we'll see you.
And everyone complain, radio in the heart. Don't be being so strange, think I'm losing it. Baby, where have you been? Everybody says that you're moving again. I don't wanna be right, baby, every single night.